Hi everybody, in today's video I'm going to be unboxing the new Honor MagicPad 2. It's a 12.3 inch tablet, and after unboxing I will compare this tablet with the Samsung Tab S9 Plus. The first thing, if you buy this tablet in UK in September 2024, you get the keyboard cover plus the charger, 66 watt charger, and plus Magic Pencil 3 for free, plus you are getting a £50 discount. So after discount, all these things, they are coming up to roughly £450, which I think is a pretty good deal. But let's unbox this first, and then I'll be able to tell you how good the quality of the tablet is. Okay, the first impression, it is quite thin. The tablet, it feels well built. So that's a charging port there. There's a camera at the back. I cannot see, so this is a power rocker here, power button, speakers, volume rocker, and that's pretty much it. So there is no SD card slot, so you cannot expand the storage. So here, this is the front camera. And okay, let's unbox the other things. So the keyboard cover, key travel seems quite good. There is no trackpad, it's magnetic. I cannot see any kind of pin connection on this keyboard, so I think it will get connected via Bluetooth. Okay, the tablet fits very well in the case. If you close it completely, as you can see here, is a slight kind of extension of the case, so if you drop it, your tablet will not hit the ground, it will be the case. And there are these plastic guards which also kind of help the tablet to stay secure in the case, but also they provide a bit of protection as well. So it is 66 watt charger, so that should be pretty handy. And plus the cable, so it is not a braided cable, but nevertheless it is in the box. Put this on side, and the thing I'm excited about is the pencil, the Honor pencil, or whatever you want to call it, stylus or whatever. It's more like an Apple Pencil. I've got an Apple Pencil here with me, so just comparing these two, it looks kind of copy of Apple Pencil. Have a look, same size. So this is the Honor one, and this is an Apple Pencil, as you can see. But weight wise, this is quite light compared to the Apple Pencil. Apple Pencil have a kind of a slight weight to it. So before I boot up the MagicPad 2, let me just give you a comparison between these two tablets when they are in the case. So this is the Samsung Tab S9 Plus, and this is the Honor one. As you can see, the Honor tablet is slightly smaller in height. If you put them side by side, it's not a big difference, but it's slightly smaller. When it comes to the thickness with the case, they're kind of very similar, but maybe the Samsung tablet is slightly thinner. And the difference between these two cases is the Samsung has these pin connectors here, so whenever you put the tablet like this, it gets connected and you don't need to go through the Bluetooth thing, and it just get connected straight away. With this one, I think because there is no physical connector, I've got a feeling you have to connect it through the Bluetooth. And it's another thing with the Samsung Tab S9 Plus, when you connect the keyboard with it. It's an optional, but you can start using it in DeX mode. Okay, let me quickly go through the specs of this MagicPad 2, and I also compare with the Samsung Tab S9 Plus. The screen wise, as I said, this is a 12.3-inch tablet compared to the Samsung's 12.4-inch Tab S9 Plus. The resolution on MagicPad 2 is slightly higher compared to the Samsung's S9 Plus. So the resolution on Honor is 1920 by 3000 pixels, which gives it a pixel density of 290, compared to the Samsung's, which has a resolution of 1752 by 2800 and gives it a pixel density of 266. So slightly higher on Honor. And also both screens, they are OLED, but Honor has an advantage here. Again, it is 144 Hz panel compared to the 120 Hz panel on Samsung. Also, the screen on Honor, it looks quite a bit brighter compared to the Samsung screen. So that's another advantage when it comes to the screen of Honor MagicPad 2. When it comes to the weight, the Honor tablet is obviously slightly smaller, so it's slightly lighter, and not a huge difference between them. Honor is 555 grams compared to the Samsung's 586 grams. I was going through specs of Honor MagicPad 2, but I couldn't find anywhere where it says that it is dust and water resistant. But the Samsung tablet has IP68 dust and water resistant rating. When it comes to the chipset, even though the Samsung is kind of a year older compared to this new Honor tablet, it still holds up when it comes to the performance. Even though the Samsung has an older Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, the processor in Honor MagicPad 2 is 8 Gen 3, but it's not the regular more powerful Snapdragon 8. It is an 8S, which is a toned down version of Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. Both processors are 4nm processors. When it comes to the GPU performance, Samsung has Adreno 740 GPU and Honor MagicPad 2 has Adreno 75. It's not a huge difference between them, but still the Samsung's Adreno 740 GPU is, you can say, 5 to 10%, depending on the game you're playing, is faster compared to the Adreno 735. When it comes to the storage, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, that Honor MagicPad 2 does not have SD card slot. On the other side, Samsung does have an SD card slot. So in Tab S9 Plus, you can have a very cheap storage by just installing a micro SD card in the tablet. When it comes to the internal storage, both tablets, they start from 256 gigabyte, and the Samsung one goes up to 512 gigabyte. Also, the Honor goes up to 512 gigabyte of internal storage. But the difference between them is when you go for 512 gigabyte storage in Honor, you also get 16 GB of RAM compared to only 12 GB of RAM in Samsung's Tab S9 Plus, regardless of the storage version you go for. The MagicPad 2 I have has 256 gigabyte of storage with 12 GB of RAM. When it comes to the cameras, both of these tablets have 13 megapixel camera, and both of them can record 4K video up to 30 frames per second from the main rear camera. But when it comes to the front camera, there is a bit of a difference. In Samsung, it is a 12 megapixel camera and it can record up to 4K 30 frames per second compared to the 9 megapixel camera on MagicPad 2, and it can only record in 1080p 30 frames per second. So no 4K in Honor MagicPad 2 when using the selfie camera. Let me just also mention, when it comes to the main rear cameras, even though on tablets we don't use these cameras a lot, but still I would like to mention that in Samsung there is a regular and ultra wide camera compared to the Honor MagicPad 2 has only one regular camera. So that's a slight difference between these two tablets when it comes to the cameras. So when it comes to the battery, it's not a big difference between them, but still the Samsung has a slightly higher battery capacity. It has a 10,090 milliampere battery compared to the Honor Magic 2 10,050 milliampere battery. But the advantage that Honor has, that it does support a faster charging. So the MagicPad 2 supports 66 watt of wide charging compared to the only 45 watts of a wide charging on Samsung. Samsung comes in two colors, beige and a graphite, compared to three available colors on Honor MagicPad 2, which are Moonlight White, Sky Blue and black. So when it comes to the pricing, there is no comparison. Honor Magic 2 is almost half the price of Tab S9 Plus. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, at the moment is £499 in UK, plus they're giving you a £50 discount voucher. Also, it comes with tons of free gifts. When it comes to the Samsung, normally it's around £1,000 mark, but they do sales as well. So if you're a student, you can get extra discount. So let me boot this thing up. I just spent like half an hour setting up this tablet, and the things I've noticed in this short period of time, let me share them with you. The first thing, screen brightness is amazing on this tablet. It's very bright. The colors are a bit slightly more punchier compared to the Samsung tablet. I don't know the reason behind it. They are older tablets, but as you can see on the screen, the whites are much kind of brighter on, even though they are both the tablets, they're on the peak brightness. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play a YouTube video on both tablets, the HDR video, and you can see the difference by yourself, like which screen looks more better. So as you can see, they are very similar when actually you are playing the content on both the screen. They're looking very similar to me at the moment on the camera screen. So I don't know which one is slightly better compared to the other one. If you have spotted any difference, please do let me know in a comment. But to me, on a camera screen and to the naked eye, they are looking very similar. Even the colors are very similar as well. The next thing I would like to mention is the pencil. So I couldn't figure it out how this thing works, because I was leaving it like this. So it does get attached to the magnet here on the top, and I was thinking that okay, that's how it should be working, but no, I couldn't do anything with the pencil. That's how normally on the Apple iPad you normally put the pencil right in the middle, but that's not actually how you should connect this pencil to the MagicPad 2. You need to move it slightly on the right hand side, and then it will get very strong hold and it will appear up here that your pencil is connected. So when it comes to the pencil, in my short period what I had with it, what I've noticed that it has a couple of things. The first is like it is pressure sensitive. As you can see here, I'm not putting much pressure, but as soon as I increase the pressure, it goes thicker. The second thing is you double tap and this thing turns into eraser. Me personally, I prefer the writing experience on Samsung. I don't know what's the reason behind it, but the way it feels more like a regular pencil when you're using it. Well, the size, I prefer this smaller pencil compared to this thicker one, but it's a personal preference. Maybe you'll prefer that one. And also I prefer the physical button on a pencil. So when it comes to the stylus, I think the Samsung one is slightly better, but obviously whichever you're going to be using, you will get used to that. Let's quickly check the speakers, the sound quality on both the tablets. I'm going to play on a Samsung first, and then I'll play the same video on the MagicPad 2. So let's play, and the volume is on the high. That's the highest it can go. Let me play on a MagicPad 2 now.
hurt you real good. They did a number on you. Whoever hurt you real good. So now you hurt it 'cause it feels good.
As you heard, it's more bass coming out from the MagicPad 2 compared to the Samsung's one. The loudness is kind of similar. It's not that this is more louder compared to the Samsung's tablet, but the MagicPad 2 has slightly more bass and mid-tones are slightly better. The Samsung's is not bad, but I prefer to listen to music on the MagicPad 2 when it comes between these two tablets. My kind of first impression is very good, and I don't think so you will be disappointed if you spend this much money on this tablet. So that's it for today. I hope you've liked the video. If you got any particular question or you want me to test anything, just let me know in a comment and I'll do that in the next video. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.